to this Padel. Today we have a very British guest who is Georde Modler. He is the creator, the founder, the evangelist, somehow the founder or friend of the Pádel Directory. It's a concept that is totally different because everybody talks about Padel, everybody knows someone in Padel, but then when you go to find and check who is the kind of who is who, this is what you are creating. In fact, you've already created that in the UK, and during Racquet X, you've been launching it in the US, right?
Yeah, first of all, thank you
Welcome.
for having me. Really excited to be here and talk about all things Padel and the Pádel Directory. I think, yeah, as you said, Padel is crazy right now. We all know that, everyone says it, but what's important is that as the sport grows, it's connected and people know where everything is in one place, and that's our aim.
Okay. So how did you first discover Padel, get into the game?
So it was literally around 2 years ago to this day, to be honest.
Okay.
In Bristol, where I live, we had loads of clubs, probably 3 or 4 in about 1 month.
That's good.
Come up, which is great, and they're all brilliant clubs. So to start sort of growing Padel, they offered free courts. I was at university, and they offered university students free courts.
Oh, cool.
So I played with 3 of my friends who all still play now, completely different levels, which is really good, and I think that's what's important. But yeah, it was a free court, and from there, I just loved it. I was always football before, never into the racket sport.
Okay.
So if you see me play Padel, you'll notice that probably.
But I think they want to make us feel bad. Those
Yeah.
are really bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's good, and sorry, was that?
No, that was a joke with the
Okay.
the tennis thing. You discovered Padel, okay, and then how did you decide to start your own startup?
So from when I played Padel on the free court in Bristol, I went traveling with my friends around Europe, and we actually played in Amsterdam, in Prague, Berlin, in Croatia. And from there, I noticed that Padel was similar everywhere. People love it because it's easy to play, it's sociable, but also it can be competitive if you want it to be.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice balance for anyone, whether you're young, you're old, you're fit, you're not fit, you're coordinated or not. And then from there, I came back to the UK and I wanted to play some more tournaments. Obviously, being like a lower level player, there are not too many tournaments in the sport. So I started my first company called Golden Point Padel.
Okay.
These are tournaments for the grassroots side of the sport. So from maybe on Playtomic, for example, 1.5 to 3.5. And we offer like structured tournaments where they can play a minimum of 3 matches, meet new people, have a drink, have some pizza, have some paella, some food, and play Padel. That's the most important bit. And it was really nice there to see that we built a community that I think people needed. So in Padel, people were finding games, they were going to coaching sessions. But like I said before, in terms of events, there was nothing. So we offer these events, and they've been running since October 2023. And from there, when I was looking for brands to work with, to collaborate with in Padel, because I think that's so important, collaboration in Padel for me is one of the number one things. For the sport to get to where we all want to be, everyone has to work together. I think it's key. So when looking for these brands, I noticed that in the UK, it was so disjointed. There was nothing together. So I sort of came up with the idea with Ben, my co-founder. It's a shame he's not here. It'd be good to have him on as well. And Ben and I were talking probably for 2 or 3 months before we started this together. We actually met playing Padel as well. So we played Padel together. And we were just constantly talking about different business ideas. And eventually we came to the conclusion of the Pádel Directory. And from there, we've always stuck to our initial goal and aim of we want to grow, connect and promote the sport in the UK and now the USA as well. But we want to grow in alignment and alongside Padel. So we don't want to grow faster than the sport. We don't want the sport to grow faster than us. We want to ensure that we're growing so we can help our members, the players, businesses that are with us, and connect all the dots.
Okay. And how does it work right now? Someone can get into the website. Is it free? to me, correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand the Pádel Directory as a kind of white pages or yellow pages for Padel, right, in the UK. So what's right now the Pádel Directory?
Exactly. So that's it. It's the home of all things paddle in the UK and USA. For players, for everyone, it's free. So you can find information, whether it's a map of both countries with all the courts, it's a list of coaches. We have an events calendar where we promote all of the events from Premier Padel, the Hexagon Cup, right down to club run social events.
Everything what's going on there.
Exactly,
the calendar.
Everything. We have guides from physios, from professional players in the UK, just to make life easier for everyone in the sport. For businesses and for clubs and centres, it's an annual subscription. So it's very simple. Of course, that's our business model, and we realise that it's important for those businesses and clubs to see the traction and the numbers we're getting. So we're really transparent with how many views the websites get and how many people we actually get in front of, because realistically, without views and awareness, what's the point in a directory? So, and I can't take any credit for this, but the people who built the website have done a brilliant job in SEO and ensuring that our website is everywhere. Whether you search what's the best racket for a tennis elbow, where can I play paddle near me, who's the best coach for juniors, our website will have that for everyone. And then from there, people will be able to find more information, discounts, videos, and so on.
That's great. And what's your vision with the Pádel Directory?
So we just want to stick to our aim and stick to our goals. We always say that, like I said before, we want to grow the sport. We want to connect the sport and make life easier and more convenient for people. But also we do a lot behind the scenes. So we have something in the UK, called the Club Support Package. So we've got a range of partners and sponsors outside of Padel that can help Padel clubs and businesses, whether it's with accounting, with legal support, with website design, with social media, with maintaining courts. All these partners have now come together, and we have them as part of this package for our clubs, where if a club comes to us and goes, we need this or we need this, we're there to help them. And if we don't have the answer ourselves, we'll have partners that will.
Okay, so how did you feel here in the US, right? Like you came for Premier Padel and Racquet X. How was people when you told them about the directory?
It's been really nice, to be honest. Before I came, I wasn't too sure of what to expect. I was at the Padel World Summit in Malaga last year with Ben, and it was great. We met so many amazing people there, and it was really the start for us in spreading the word of what we done. Ben Harris.
Ben Harris, your co-founder.
Yeah, exactly. So Racquet X, I would say, is similar, but what was nice is it was a mix of racket sports, and I think what stood out was the energy for paddle, especially. Everyone I've spoken to has said this, and we spoke about how paddle, everyone's so excited about it. Everyone wants to talk about paddle, even people from pickleball, tennis, or squash.
Curious. You're feeling their curiosity.
Even if they don't know what paddle is, they really want to know what it is. So it was perfect, just showing people the website, and as we've soft launched in the USA this week, it was perfect timing for us. And obviously it was a bonus seeing the Premier Padel as well.
Yeah, it's been a privilege. I think this tournament was so well organized, and it was full, like sold out, and also the matches were amazing. The court that wasn't like the super fast for hard hitters and all that. So it was super tactical paddle. It was a great show. And once you go back to the UK, what's next for you? Like after all the feedback you get here and all the ideas.
So next, of course, as everyone would, it would be to go back and sort of talk to the people I've met, and I guess keep that connection there and that relationship there. For us, it's really important that we can help and support everyone, and that's what we want to do. We don't compete with anyone, which is really nice. And what's good is people can see and feel that from our social media, from our website, from LinkedIn, whatever that may be. So it will just be ensuring that we stay in the loop. We're ensuring that we're helping people. And we have a big event with a company called R3 Sport coming up in the UK. So there's a FIP coming to Bristol.
Wow.
We're helping with the off-court delivery at the FIP, which is going to be so exciting. Obviously, being from Bristol.
Yeah, we're going to be super busy, but super exciting.
Super busy, but having a FIP there, and probably, I would say, the highest level of paddle we've had in the UK so far. And also the prize money for the players is brilliant, and that's what matters for them, right?
So super interesting. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that, but you're right. So a FIP in the UK is like a milestone for the paddle ecosystem.
Exactly, and I think it's really the start of bigger and better things. There's also a FIP promise, so for the juniors, which
are you gonna play?
I wish. too old for that, believe it or not. But
how old are you?
22.
22. Well, very young.
So yeah, and Ben and I
have twice your age.
Ben, my co-founder, he's really passionate about getting juniors into playing paddle. His other business is sports coaching within schools. So he loves getting kids into schools and showing them new sports. So he's really passionate on that. So seeing the FIP promise in Bristol and his hometown as well is amazing for us both. And like I said, hopefully the start and we'll get some Premier paddle over to the UK soon.
Yeah. So I have a question that is quite fresh. Like after coming here to the US and especially to Miami, what did you find that you didn't expect, right? You may have an idea, as you told me when you went to Europe, and that journey is through like Berlin, Amsterdam, like Prague, many places, and you found some common things. I guess the common ground is the same here, but what did you find that is different in Miami?
I think that's a very, very good question. I think the first thing that probably I noticed was we're here in the USA now where we were in the UK maybe 18 months ago in terms of there's not enough courts. So in the US now, there's around 650 courts approximately, right? There needs to be more. It's a much bigger country too. So I think there was almost a sense of very much excitement, but frustration amongst people here.
Yeah.
Which is good because it shows there's demand for the sport.
There's appetite for that.
But we need to ensure that once these courts come up, the right things are done to maintain and sustain it. So whether that's ensuring that there's enough women events, coaching tournaments for juniors, for disability, wheelchair paddle, for example, all of that's important. And I think once this initial frustration of not being enough courts passing, it's key to ensure that people aren't just trying to sell the courts and fill the courts. They're actually doing useful things to ensure that the sport will last for 5, 10, 15, 20 years and longer. And also things like Olympic inclusion, that's really necessary too.
Yeah. And that's why you are creating the directory, right? Like all those needs are gonna be found or are already found, but in the future it's gonna be wider.
Yeah.
Do you plan to launch it in more places? Or kind of a global one maybe?
So it's a question we're asked a lot. We'd love to. But first, we really want to focus on the UK and USA and ensure that we get this right, and then we can learn from there. In terms of time and doing other location or territories, it's very simple for us. The website it's nice, it's easy to be transferred, so we can do that. But for now, we would rather make sure we get the UK right, the USA right, and then go elsewhere. But also, it's important not to rush. We have time. So I think when the time is right, we will. But for now, we don't have any scope to at the moment.
Makes sense. So my last question is very like VC-oriented question. Is what keeps you up at night? Thinking about paddle, what keeps you up at night when you are like turning off the light before going to sleep?
I think a lot, but I enjoy it. It's good. I would say the main thing is ensuring that we're not just focusing on the top and the big money, the big sponsorship. We're focusing on the grassroots as well. I would say that's probably the thing that's on my mind most when I run the tournaments, when we're working on the directory. And Ben is exactly the same. So Ben has sort of taken control of a part of the website called the Player Pathway. So from beginners to women, to seniors, to men's, to university students, all of the different categories, he's essentially created a pathway where you can view the different coaches, different events, different sessions for these categories and make it really easy so everyone can, like before, stay in the loop with it. And for me, if we get the grassroots side of paddle right, then paddle will continue to grow. And that's the mass market, right? There's only so few top players. So as long as we keep everyone happy, it'll work.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
Really enjoyed it.
Have a good
Thank you.
trip back and
Thank you.
hope to have you
We'll speak
back
soon,
in
I'm sure.
Miami soon.
Yeah. Thank you.